Why should anyone respect you? Why should people listen to what you say? Why would the world give you money, recognition, or success? Think about it for a moment. You may have stylish clothes, an expensive phone, or a charming personality, but does that truly make you valuable? The truth is, the world does not reward appearances. The world rewards value. Gold is considered precious not because it looks beautiful, but because it is rare and difficult to obtain. If gold were as common as sand, no one would care about it. In the same way, if you want respect, recognition, and success, you must become someone whose presence carries value. Today, we will talk about how you can build that value and develop a personality that makes people see you differently. Let's begin. 1. Understand yourself first. The first step to becoming valuable is understanding who you truly are. Ask yourself some honest questions. What are your strengths? What skills do you possess? How much hardship can you tolerate? What makes you different from others? The reality is that nobody will come to you and say, "You are amazing, you're talented, you deserve success." Even if you have incredible talent, if you don't recognize your own worth, the world will treat you as ordinary. In society, there is an unwritten rule. If you do not know your own worth, the world will assign you a cheap one. Before worrying about what others think about you, ask yourself a deeper question. What do you want from your life? The moment you begin answering this question honestly, your real journey begins. 2. Stop being too easily available. Now think about another important question. Why do some people not respect you? Why do they take you for granted? Often, the reason is simple. You are always available. Maybe you always say yes to everyone, try to keep everyone happy, rush immediately whenever someone calls you, never set boundaries. Helping people is not wrong. Being kind is not weakness. But in reality, society often values people who understand limits. When someone is always available, people start assuming that your time and presence are cheap. That is why you must learn to create space. Let people sometimes feel your absence. When people cannot reach you instantly, they start realizing your importance. They begin to think, "Where is this person? Why isn't he responding?" And slowly, your value begins to rise. 3. Build your own identity. Another powerful step toward becoming valuable is creating your own identity. Ask yourself, who are you in this world? Is your identity only your name? Or do your actions define you? Remember this, there has never been another person exactly like you in the entire history of the world. Your experiences, your thinking, your talents, your perspective, they are unique. But uniqueness has no value unless you express it through action. Anyone can talk, but only a few people prove themselves through their work. Your work becomes your signature. When people see your dedication, discipline, and excellence, they begin associating your name with quality. Eventually, your name itself becomes a symbol of value. 4. Learn the power of silence. Many people believe that talking more makes them look smart, but in reality, the opposite is often true. Wise people usually speak less and observe more. Noise is everywhere in the world. Everyone wants to talk, explain, argue, and prove themselves. But silence has power. When you speak only when necessary, people begin to listen more carefully to what you say. When you listen carefully instead of constantly talking, you gain deeper understanding. Silence also creates curiosity. When you sit quietly while others talk, they begin wondering, what is this person thinking? Why is he so calm? This curiosity naturally draws attention towards you. So remember a simple rule: speak less, listen more, work quietly. Let your results speak louder than your words. 5. Respect the value of time. Time is the most valuable resource in existence. Money can be lost and earned again. Opportunities can disappear and new ones can appear. But time is different.
Once a moment passes, it never returns. That is why people who respect their time automatically gain respect from others. If you waste hours on meaningless activities, people subconsciously assume your life has no direction. But when people see that your time is structured, focused, and purposeful, they begin respecting your priorities. Eventually, they start respecting you. Use your time wisely. Invest it in learning, improving, building skills, and chasing meaningful goals. The way you treat your time determines how the world treats you. 6. Keep your plans private. One of the biggest mistakes people make is announcing their plans too early. They tell everyone about their dreams, goals, and future strategies, but this can create problems. If things don't work out as planned, those same people may later remind you of your failure. They might say, "Didn't you say you would become successful? What happened to your big plans?" Human nature can sometimes be harsh. People may use your vulnerabilities against you. That is why many successful individuals follow a simple rule: work silently, reveal results later. Instead of telling people what you are going to do, focus on actually doing it. Let your achievements surprise them. 7. Ignore negativity. In life, you will encounter people who criticize you, underestimate you, or even secretly wish for your failure. Some people appear friendly on the outside, but feel uncomfortable when you succeed. They may try to discourage you or make you doubt yourself. When you hear these voices, remember one thing: you do not need to respond to every opinion. Not every criticism deserves your attention. Ignoring negativity is not weakness, it is emotional strength. Protect your confidence, because confidence is the fuel that moves you forward. Without confidence, dreams fade quickly. But with strong belief in yourself, you can continue walking even when others doubt you. Sometimes the best decision is simply distancing yourself from toxic people. When you remove negative influences from your environment, your mind becomes clearer and stronger. Final message. Becoming valuable is not just about achieving success or earning money. It's about developing a character that inspires respect. A valuable person understands their worth, sets boundaries, works silently, uses time wisely, protects their goals, ignores negativity. When you start living this way, people naturally begin seeing you differently. Your presence becomes meaningful, your words carry weight, your actions inspire others. And one day, people will point to you and say, "If you want to learn how to build a powerful life, become like that person." At that moment, you will realize something important. You didn't just chase success, you transformed yourself into someone valuable. And once you become valuable, the world can no longer ignore you.